there, and welcome to Bat News, presented by Heritage LEGO Robotics. I'm Parth, bringing you all the latest trending information concerning our good friends, the bats. Today we will take a look at the threatened and endangered bats, and at the end of our broadcast, you will have an opportunity to enter a prize drawing to win a Patagonia backpack. These local animals are facing extinction due to a threatening disease called white nose syndrome that may have been unintentionally brought to the U.S. by humans. Here are Dylan and Nathan to give us some more insight on bats and the important role they play in our world.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Nathan. Today we'd like to discuss bats and their ongoing threat of extinction.
You know, bats get a bad rep, but they actually help us out a lot. If you're like me, you hate pesky insects. Plus, they destroy farmers' crops. Well, did you know that bats eat those insects, helping control the population?
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And also, bat droppings provide some of the best fertilization for plants.
Gross, but interesting.
Yeah, and that's not all. Scientists are also studying bats for biomimicry purposes.
Biomimicry?
Yeah, that's when scientists study nature and animals to try to adapt their strategies to solve complex human problems. In this case, scientists are interested in how echolocation can be adapted to help the blind. They've even developed a special cane that uses echolocation science.
Gray bats, Indiana bats, tricolored bats, and northern long-eared bats are all found in Alabama.
Well, I bet they are. But seriously, they live in Alabama caves such as Cathedral Caverns, Sauter Cave, and Fern Cave, all of which have been affected by white nose syndrome.
Wow. Santa Cave? I need a new bike. I think I'll go there.
It's Sauter, not Santa. Anyway, many bats in Alabama are endangered because of white nose syndrome, a deadly disease that is easily spread by humans. Gray bats appear to be more resilient to this disease. Their endangered status is due to human disturbances. But other bats, such as Indiana bat and tricolored bats, have been heavily affected. What's wrong with you?
I really wanted to go to Santa Cave.
Thanks, Dylan and Nathan. Now let's go to Akshay and Madhu to learn a little bit more about white nose syndrome and how to protect these important animals.
Hi, Madhu here.
And Akshat.
I'm sure you're all wondering what white nose syndrome is.
It's a fungus that grows on the bat's muzzle, wings, and body of the bat. To tell us more is our special guest, all the way from Cathedral Caverns, and recently infected with white nose syndrome. It's Ronan, the tricolored bat.
We are so happy to have you with us.
Yeah, get on with it. Need to start hibernating.
Of course. So how are you doing today, Ronan?
Well, not too good, obviously. As you can see, I've caught white nose syndrome. And I'm going to be up all hibernation season.
Wow, that looks rough.
So, Ronan, white nose syndrome is a bit like having a bad cold, correct?
Correct. White nose syndrome interferes with the bat during hibernation. The fungus can cause the bat to wake up too early. If the bats continue to wake up, they use up all their energy and need food. As you know, there aren't many bugs around during winter, so replenishing your energy can be really tough.
Wow, that's horrible. So some bats with white nose syndrome don't make it?
Nope, it's a real tragedy. Fortunately, the last few winters in Alabama have been relatively mild, but if we have a long winter this year, I could be a goner.
We really need to do something about this. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ronan, and best of luck.
Thanks.
Some scientists believe that white nose syndrome was brought over to the States by a foreign source. We contacted Chris Corneliuson, who works as a bat researcher at Georgia State.
According to Chris, a vaccine is being developed and tested which may help eliminate this threat to bats.
In the meantime, he tells us the biggest problem is making sure there are still bats left to treat after a successful vaccine is created. And slowing down the spread of the disease by humans is key to this.
As you can see on this map, white nose syndrome is located in various areas of the U.S. It is crucial to limit the spread of this disease to other areas.
Thanks, Akshay and Madhu, for the great explanation of white nose syndrome. Now let's go to Evelyn at the scene at Sauter Cave. She took a break from the science lab to teach us how to properly decontaminate our clothes and shoes after visiting a contaminated area.
As you have heard, my fellow scientists are back in the lab working away on a treatment for white nose syndrome. The best thing you can do at this time is to learn to decontaminate yourself properly after visiting a contaminated cave, like the one we have here. Decontamination is the only way to guarantee that you do not spread this disease to uninfected bats in Alabama. I have a local cave here with me today to help demonstrate the proper decontamination. Say hi to everyone at home. Hi, Mom! Okay, the most effective way to decontaminate your clothing and gear is by submerging it in hot water, 131 degrees Fahrenheit or hotter, for 20 minutes. If you are unable to submerge your gear or clothing into hot water, we suggest using isopropyl, otherwise known as rubbing alcohol, in spray or white form. Okay, you're decontaminated. You're still going to want to wash all your clothing and gear very, very well when you get home though.
Thanks.
This will make a huge impact on the life of bats in Alabama. So please spread the word. And kids, remember, the caves are not a place to play. If you enter a cave and then do not decontaminate yourself, you might be spreading white nose to Alabama bats. And because endangered gray bats in Alabama are very sensitive to human disturbance, you could cause them harm as well.
Thank you for tuning in to Bat News.
Don't forget to click the link below to complete a very short survey.
Completing this survey will enter you into our prize drawing.
You could be selected to win a Patagonia backpack. And spread the word on how to decontaminate yourselves and slow the spread of white nose syndrome.
Bats are crucial to our environment, and you can make an impact on their survival.
This message is approved by
Heritage Lego